Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for starting your 2022 with us here at Creating Your Tomorrow with PFP at TP. Please do note that the Polytechnic Foundation Programme, otherwise known as PFP, is only meant for normal academic students who have taken their N levels in 2021. As we go through some important information about PFP at TP with you, please feel free to send your questions to the Q&A chat, where my colleagues will assist to answer some of the questions. We will also pick some questions for the Q&A segment at the end of our sharing. My name is Mrs. Kwan, and I'm one of the lecturers here at the Center for Foundation Studies. I will be sharing some key information such as entry requirements, diploma courses, and overview of the PFP at TP. Thereafter, some of our students will also be sharing their experience here at PFP at TP with us. This is basically a pathway to TP, where PFP at TP is a one-year alternative pathway for top NA students, instead of taking the O levels at Sec 5. So PFP students will complete a one-year foundational program here at TP, during which they will be exposed to diploma-specific subjects through a practice-oriented curriculum. This then provides them with a head start to polytechnic education right from the PFP year. Here are the requirements for entry into PFP at TP. Students are expected at N level to obtain 12 points or better at ELMA B3. Please note that ELMA B3 aggregate score does not include the CCA bonus point. You must also meet specific subject requirements for certain courses. Entry into PFP at TP is based on two groups of diploma courses. For Group 1 courses, you need to obtain a B3 in English Syllabus A, Math, and any other 3 subjects. Excuse me. So these are Group 1 courses from the School of Applied Science, School of Design. You will realize that at Temasek Polytechnic, we have a diploma in Vet Tech, which is very popular with some of our students. Group 1 courses from School of Engineering and the School of IIT. For Group 2 courses, do note the key difference is a minimum of A2 for English Language Syllabus A. Again, the minimum required grade for the remaining 4 subjects is a B3. These are the Group 2 courses from the School of Business and the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. So some students will ask, how do I calculate the aggregate score? For example, this student has received a score of 10 for her aggregate with a A2 for English Language Syllabus A. Therefore, she will be able to apply for Group 1 and Group 2 courses. Students who are taking O-level subjects will have their O-level grades transferred into aggregate points. A1 to B3 will be aggregate point 1, B4 to C6 aggregate point 2, and D7 aggregate point 3. E8 and F9 will not be considered. CCA points will only be used after you have obtained the minimum requirement of ELMA B3 of 12 or better. I will now go on to talk about the overview of PFP at TP. PFP is a one-year program with 2 semesters where our students take up 5 common subjects and 2 domain cluster subjects that are related to their diplomas. For example, if you're a diploma in business student, you will take 2 business-related modules, understanding customers as well as financial aspects of business, on top of these 5 common subjects that you see here. In order to progress from semester 1 to semester 2, you must pass all subjects. Here are the subjects that you will take in semester 2. Please do note that PFP is a single attempt program. Therefore, if you fail any subjects, you will not be allowed to progress to your diploma years. Over the years, our PFP students have done us proud since we started in 2017. The program is proud to have 29 gold medalists, 32 silver medalists, and 23 bronze medalists. These medals are awarded to top students of each diploma. This is Cass Fu, one of our gold medalist award winner. He also received the Xia Swimming Scholarship Award and the Biomedics Singapore Prize. He graduated in 2021 with a diploma in biomedical engineering with merit. While serving his national service now, he has also gained admission into NTU's computer science. He was a Serangoon Secondary School alumni. Hui Min graduated in 2021 with a diploma in hospitality and tourism management with merit. She received Service Excellence Group Award as well as the CCA Leadership Award during her time here in TP. She was a Pei Hwa Secondary School alumni who was with us in PFP. These are some useful links if you need to refresh some of the information that I have shared with you today. Don't worry, I will be sharing these links with you again in a short while. Again, if you have any questions during my talk, please feel free to send them to Q&A, and they will endeavor to assist to answer your questions, and I'll pick up some questions during our Q&A chat as well in a short while. I will now hand over the time to our students who are currently in our PFP program, and they will share their experience with you.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Mendoza. I graduated from CHRJ St. Joseph Convent and will be pursuing a diploma in communication design after my PFP year. I always knew I wanted to choose the Polytechnic pathway and worked for that since secondary 1. I worked hard for my N-levels and was so happy when I was invited to apply for the Polytechnic Foundation year and diploma of my choice. I chose PFP at TP because the design diplomas offered had modules that covered my area of interest. I am particularly interested in art and designing and was so happy when I was able to chalk my place in my diploma when entering PFP. However, it was quite daunting when I thought about joining a completely new environment and making friends in a sea of unfamiliar faces in a polytechnic setting. Thankfully, my lecturers and classmates have been incredibly helpful in making the transition from secondary school to Polytechnic a relatively smooth one. It was also not as difficult as I had thought it would be to make friends with my new classmates, because all of us had similar interests in art and designing, and we worked quite well together too. The student-centered culture in TP teaches us to be more independent and become independent learners who take ownership of our assignments. This is cultivated during our PFP year, where we are taught to manage our time well and work in groups to complete our projects, all of which can be applied during our diplomas. At PFP at TP, we take common subjects such as language and communication, mathematics and logical thinking, and research and reasoning. These practice-based modules teach us the communication and research skills needed in our diplomas. For my classmates and I, we took modules relating to our design diplomas, such as understanding design, color appreciation, understanding form, and visual storytelling. These are photos of some artworks that my classmates and I did during our understanding design module. These modules provide us with fundamentals in design, especially for those who did not take art or design during secondary school. PFP has empowered me to become more forward-thinking, especially in terms of being a designer who is creative and innovative. Our lecturers push us to do our best in our modules, while the friends we make in PFP make sure that we are not alone in this pursuit of excellence. PFP has really taught us to be open to possibilities and opportunities and remind us that we are the future that creates tomorrow. PFP at TP has been enriching and memorable for me. In addition to making new friends and memories, PFP has enabled me to experience life in Polytechnic, which will give me a head start in my diploma years. Thank you for letting me share my PFP experience, and I hope you join us at PFP at TP too.
Hi everyone, my name is Akmal Hakim and I was a normal academic student from Christchurch Secondary School. I choose to be part of the Polytechnic Foundation Programme at Temasek Polytechnic and will be pursuing the Diploma in Chemical Engineering. I choose this diploma course as I find chemistry interesting and relatable. Moreover, the diploma modules would prepare me for the workforce in the future. When I first started in PFP, I was afraid that I would lose focus on my studies and that it would be hard for me to interact and make new friends with my classmates as some of the lessons were on home-based learning. However, I was too excited to start on my PFP journey. Thankfully, the past semester has been fruitful and eye-opening. I have not just learned about essential communication and research skills, but I have also learned the importance of character and teamwork through the personal development and effectiveness module. In this module, we work together as a team to discuss real-world issues, present our thoughts together as a team, and come up with possible solutions. It has also helped me to understand the importance of being a more responsible citizen and being mindful. At PFP at TP, we are given the opportunity to attend modules related to our diplomas. For my classmates and I, we take 2 modules of chemistry and biology each semester as we are all headed into the Temasek Polytechnic's School of Applied Science diplomas. In semester 1, the topics covered taught us the fundamental concepts learned in N-level science. This ensures that we got our basics right before advancing into PFP semester 2 and year 1. One of my concerns was that I may not understand the topics in biology as it is a new subject for me. However, I was given the opportunity for practice-based learning through group projects and assignments. On top of lectures and tutorials, these projects and assignments allowed me to reinforce what was taught in the classroom and use it in real-world applications. This has taught me to be more forward-thinking and flexible. The best thing was that we have lab sessions too. The lab sessions were a level up compared to secondary school. I look forward to every lab sessions as it is very exciting and cool to conduct and observe the chemical reactions in the experiment. And to see the smallest unit of life using a microscope. The journey for me was not just all about academics. I participated in non-academic activities too. I was exhilarated to be selected to become a PFP ambassador and especially honored to be appointed as the head of logistics. As an executive committee member, I was given the opportunity to lead my fellow ambassadors in activities and work alongside other EXCO members in the planning for events. This was a unique experience for me as I must step out of my comfort zone to become more assured in expressing myself and to address the group. I am thankful that I had chosen PFP at TP as my choice. PFP at TP has given me the unique learning experience and I am definitely more confident to enter year 1 of my polytechnic education. I too strongly encourage you to choose PFP at TP as your choice in creating your tomorrow.
Hello everyone, I'm Miko and I graduated from North Vista Secondary School. I will be pursuing early childhood development and education after my PFP year. Despite having most lessons taking place online, PFP has been insightful and eye-opening for me. I'm exposed to the basics of some subjects that I believe will be useful in my diploma years. In semester 1, I took basic principles and applications in psychology and sociological perspectives. They are pretty content heavy but were interesting. In these subjects, I discovered how a theory of psychology and sociology could be applied to advertisements and movies, respectively. It was intriguing, and I believe that through the practice-based learning PFP and TP offers, I have been nurtured into a more independent learner taking action and ownership in my studies. Now in semester 2, I am taking Fundamentals of Lifespan Development and Introduction to Group Facilitation. These subjects deepen my understanding of my development and the process of creating a group. We are expected to be creative and innovative in all our presentations and in designing our posters for group facilitation. Essentially, all these assignments have allowed me to explore many resources and let my creative juices flow. Moreover, PFP enabled me to be open to possibilities and opportunities through the PFP Ambassadors, in which I am the Vice President. He has allowed me to hone my leadership skills, and along with my other EXCO members, I even got the opportunity to plan and facilitate some events we held. When I was determined to make PFP at TP my choice, I consistently studied and practiced my 10-year series. In deciding my course choice, I was lost, despite the variety of courses that were offered to me. I then considered several factors, such as the travelling distance and where my interests lay. It then dawned upon me that early childhood overlaps with psychology and being around kids, which I'm interested in, making it the ideal course for me. Though my PFP year is about to end, I'm sure that the friendships I forged will last and that the knowledge I gained this year will give me a head start in my diploma years. I've enjoyed my time in PFP at TP, and I hope you'll make PFP at TP your choice too. Thank you.
Wow, such a fascinating perspective from our students from the design school, the School of Applied Science, as well as in early childhood education. We will now move on to answer some questions from our audience. I've received a question from Christine Wong asking if N-level English score of B4 would allow her to apply for PFP. Unfortunately, the MOE application will be sent to students who have scored a B3 or better for every subject in the EL MA B3 aggregate score calculation. So the invitation to apply for PFP will be sent by MOE themselves. So you will receive the MOE invitation to apply for PFP if you meet the minimum aggregate score of ELMA B3. Are there any more questions for me about the PFP at TP? We do have some very interesting courses that are only available at Temasek Polytechnic, such as the one in veterinary technology that is exclusively available at TP. We have dedicated facilities for our diploma students who are taking that course as well. We also have some unique courses here, such as applied artificial intelligence, which a lot of gentlemen are interested in, of course, some ladies as well, cybersecurity and digital forensics too, and as well as aviation management, aerospace engineering. These are quite unique to Temasek Polytechnic, and PFP students, the one thing that would be good for PFP students is that you can kind of reserve your place in this diploma during your application for PFP. Because once you complete your PFP year, you no longer have to compete with the GCE O Level students because you already have your place within the diploma once you have successfully completed your PFP year. Our design school as well, it's very popular with a lot of students because our design lecturers here are, a lot of them are still very much in the industry and they bring with them a lot of industry experience. So they do teach you what to look out for when you are joining the industry. Okay, some of you are interested in business courses. When you have the invitation to apply for PFP, they will give you a list of courses that you are applicable to apply for. Please note for School of Business, they're looking for an A2 minimum in English syllabus A. So if group 2 courses in the School of Business are available for you, if I'm not wrong, law and management is only available at TP and another polytechnic. So that's something that you could also consider. If you look at the list of courses, we also have a common business program or common IT program or common engineering program. And some students have come up and asked what these are. Basically, these are for students who know that they want to do, let's say, a business diploma, but not exactly quite sure which specialization in business will appeal to them just yet. So then they would apply for the common business program and try out the different subjects that are available for each of the specialization available in, say, the School of Business. Then from the common business program, they would proceed on in the second year into a specific diploma specialization. Okay, so that is true for common engineering program, common IT program, common business program. So some of these are offered to PFP students as well. Okay, I have a question here from Agnes. What are the past or present cutoff points for the various courses for PFP? Cutoff points is a variation every year, so we don't actually have a fixed number for cutoff points. However, for PFP, it's ELMAB3. Okay, ELMAB3, 12 and below. So if you have ELMAB3 12 or better, and then depending on the subject minimum requirements for each diploma, you will see a list of courses in your invitation to apply for PFP. That will then allow you that choice of what you want to apply for within the diploma. For each specific diploma, can I recommend that you go into our TP websites and join our TP Diploma virtual talks, because they will be able to give you more specific information about, say, the diploma in law and management or a diploma in communications and media management. They will be able to give you more accurate information about the subjects that you'll be taking, what are the experiences some of their students have with the diploma. Okay, so do visit our TP website. We have a lot of information there for you to read about the diploma, or alternatively, please join the diploma's virtual talks that are happening at different times during the open house today, tomorrow, and on Saturday. Okay, I have another question here coming in from Angeline. Is an interview required? No. PFP application, there are no interviews. It's basically applied through the MOE invitation to apply, and then MOE will inform you. Okay, I think you're given about 5 choices for diploma, and then MOE will let you know which is the choice. If you do successfully apply for PFP, they will let you know which diploma choice you have been given. Okay, so there's no interview for PFP. Can we appeal for business course if your English is B3? Oh, okay. The School of Business requires students to have an English of A2, okay, a score in English syllabus A of A2 or better. If you have taken English at O level, okay, then of course an A1 to B3 will be a 1. Okay, so it really depends on whether you're talking about English syllabus A in N level or you're talking about English O level. So English O level, they will accept from A1 to B3, but English N level syllabus A will be from A1 and A2 for School of Business courses. So if you do not see the School of Business courses in your invitation to apply for PFP, that means that Group 2 courses are not available for you to choose from. Okay, I have a question here from Kylie. Is it true that if students do well for their Poly Foundation year, we will be able to skip the first year and move on to second year? No. Thank you so much for clarifying that, Kylie. PFP is a foundational year where students from N level, top students from N level, come in for 1 year where we prepare them for their first year of Polytechnic. Okay, so they spend 1 year in the PFP program before moving on to year 1 of the diploma year. So in PFP, we call it year 0. Okay, so there's a foundational year, and this is only available exclusively for top NA students. Okay, so they do not skip the first year. They will join in the rest of the students in year 1 after finish PFP. However, it means that they don't have to compete during JAE time with the O-level students, because at PFP application, you will already be asked to choose a diploma. So in a sense, you are reserving, okay, a place within a diploma of your choice. Okay, I have some messages coming directly to me. Please do send your messages to Q&A channel, okay, instead of directly to me, because I may not be able to catch all messages that are coming to me directly on the Zoom chat. Okay, okay, I have some questions here. Okay, do we have a head start? Okay, this is from Clara. Do we have a head start on our chosen diploma course in the foundation year, which we all learn the same thing despite in different courses? Very good question, actually, Kara. Okay, one thing that is very unique about PFP at TP is that we do give you a head start in your chosen diploma course. In one of my slides I was sharing earlier, while all our PFP students take 5 common subjects, we do offer to our students of each school 2 subjects that are specific to their diploma. So diploma of students who are taking, diplomas from the School of Business will take 2 subjects. Okay, so 5 plus 2 subjects that are related to the School of Business. Students who are with the School of Applied Science will take 5 common subjects with the rest of the PFP students, and 2 subjects that are common to the School of Applied Sciences, and as well as School of Engineering, Design, and so on. So you will have 2 subjects out of the 7 that you do that are specific to your diploma courses, and that is quite unique to the PFP at TP, and that puts you with a very good foundation and a very good head start for your year 1 in the diploma. Okay, I have one question coming in from our Q&A moderator. Can we change course after PFP? We do encourage you to choose the course very carefully and very wisely, which is why I'm recommending that you join our TP Open House virtual talks offered by the diplomas. Do join them and find out more information about the diplomas that you're interested in. I believe you're given 5 choices during the application for PFP. So choose very wisely what your 5 top most choices would be for diplomas, because depending on the competition, it really depends on which one you will receive if you are successful applying for PFP. Changing of course is not very common. It is unfortunately out of our hands, and something that will need to be negotiated with the school themselves. Okay, so we highly discourage students from changing courses. Hence, we encourage you to think very carefully about your choices of diplomas when applying for PFP program. Okay, so that is okay. We have any more questions? Let me see. Okay, okay, please do post your questions to Q&A, and they will. Okay, thanks, Christine. If any appeals need to be made for application to PFP, please appeal to MOE, because MOE is the one who sends out the invitation to apply for PFP. So please contact MOE for appeals, because invitation is from MOE and not from any of the polys. So you will receive an invitation to apply for PFP at all 5 polytechnics. So it's through the MOE appeal process. Okay. Okay, I have one question coming in. because I've indicated that PFP is a single attempt program. So what happens if you fail PFP? Okay, one thing we do a lot of here at PFP as lecturers and as care persons, instead of form teacher, we call our lecturers care persons who are in charge of a class. What we do a lot of here at PFP is monitoring of our students. So not just academic monitoring, but non-academic monitoring as well. At every step of the way, we monitor our students' progress in the program, and we will look at whether the students are struggling either to adapt to a tertiary education system or adapting in terms of academics, because you are studying with a lot of other top students from other schools. So you may struggle a little bit in your academic areas. So we will monitor you every step of the way. By the way, in the Polytechnic, our course is such that you have to work consistently. There's no such thing as just hitting and studying hard only right at the end at the exams, because you are marked consistently throughout the semester. So you do need to put in consistent work. So my advice is to enter PFP with a learning attitude, with the mentality that you have to work hard throughout the semester in order to build that foundation for your diploma years. So we do monitor our students very closely. Students who are likely to fail or who are bordering academically with borderline results, we will call them up and we will talk to them, and we want to find out what is their interest in continuing with PFP. Okay, so we will provide learning support. We have a lot of learning support and a lot of non-academic support available for our students as well. So you don't have to worry about failing unless you have different plans for yourself. Some students do change their mind and return back to secondary school for O levels. Some do decide that they are interested in other aspects of education and go into places like NAFA or overseas for further education. Okay, so of course, there are some students who think that PFP is too much for them and they move on to ITE instead. Okay, so those are other avenues outside of PFP. Okay, my colleagues are also answering some questions that are on the Q&A channel and providing you with some web links to get further information if you need to. Okay, more than happy to take any more questions that we may have. Any more questions that I can help allay your worries, concerns about applying for PFP at TP? Okay, just going to give a couple more minutes to see if there are any more questions coming in from our audience. On top of asking questions today, please also join us in our e-course counseling rooms. Okay, so if you do think of any questions outside of today's virtual talk, you can come back into our virtual talk tomorrow at 3 to 4 p.m. or book an appointment at our PFP e-course counseling room. Okay, our other lecturers are also available there to answer your questions. Okay, I have another question coming in. Is it still possible to switch diploma during PFP in the circumstances that the students found that the diploma enrolled is not suitable? No, unfortunately, it's not a possibility to switch while you are doing your PFP year. Now, the PFP year is actually very short. There's only 2 semesters. So you will basically be doing a lot of common subjects with all the PFP students. So you're not able to switch from one class to another or to one diploma to another. You can only appeal after PFP year to the school itself, as in the school within the diploma within the poly itself. So during your PFP year, you'll be expected to stick to whatever choices you have been posted to. Okay. I don't quite understand this other question that is coming in. How is the PFP assessment? I'm assuming you're asking how we assessed our students for the subject. For each subject, you will have tests, quizzes, assignments, different types of assignments, depending on what type of subject it is. We will also have lab sessions for some of our subjects, such as our applied science students will take some lab sessions. I think Akmal was sharing in his sharing just now, our student Akmal, who is in the Diploma in Chemical Engineering after his PFP year. They do have lab sessions, so they will be assessed at different points. So say in the first few weeks, you will maybe have a written assignment, and then following that, you will maybe have a test, and then following that, maybe a semestral, a midterm exam, and then more assignments, written assignments for submissions, and so on. So all this will add up to the 100%. So it's not 100% based on exam. It's a coursework based throughout from start to end. So you will have one semester, maybe 10% on one assignment, 20% on another test, 20% on another. So it adds up all then to your 100%. So it's therefore consistent work throughout the semester. So I hope I'm answering that question correctly in terms of PFP assessment. Not quite sure if it is about the coursework assessment and not about assessment for entry. Okay, so just thought I would answer that in terms of subject assessments, okay, in order to pass. So it's really not overly difficult to pass as long as you are willing to put in consistent hard work throughout the semesters. And I can assure you that all the lecturers here at PFP are more than happy to help. If you are willing to ask us for help, if you are willing to show us that you're willing to work hard, we are more than happy to help you at every step of the way. No such thing as asking silly questions because we know that this is a new experience for you. So we're more than happy to help you to pass your PFP year. Okay, so please do consider the fact your study style, because coming into poly also means you need to work consistently throughout the semester. What is the PFP schedule like? Okay, Christine is asking me, what is the PFP schedule like? Is it lesson whole day from Monday to Friday? Yes, we run the Polytechnic education, well, actually tertiary education or Institute of Higher Learnings in Singapore. Our school day runs very differently from the secondary school. Okay, so you may have lessons starting at different times within the day, although our lesson time tend to be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So there will be some days where you have, say, 9 a.m. classes, and our time slots for classes tend to be between 2 to 4 hours, depending on what kind of classes they are. So we have longer lesson times, and our lesson times can be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then some days you may start at 11 a.m. and end at 6 p.m. Some days you may start at 9 a.m. and end at 4 p.m. So it really depends. There is no fixed daily timetable. So you do need to share that timetable with your parents or your guardian to let them know that your day starts at different time and ends at different time on certain days. And of course, we also have projects, and some of these will require you to stay back after your lessons to meet up with your project teammates and so on. So it may end at different times on different days. Okay, I have more questions coming in here. I was told that if I apply for PFP, I cannot apply for Sec 5 at the same time. So what happens if I can't get into PFP? Does that mean I cannot go back to Sec 5? That's not true. That's not true. If you apply for PFP, you can also apply for Sec 5. In fact, while you are waiting for the PFP posting results, you are expected to attend your Sec 5 classes, okay, right up to April when we start our semester in Polytechnic. Okay, so if you are applying for Sec 5 and PFP at the same time, you should start your Sec 5 classes and join them right up to middle of April. okay, or beginning of April, because we start term in April 2022 for Polytechnic academic calendars. Okay, so you will be able to apply for both PFP and Sec 5 at the same time. Okay, okay, my colleagues are also answering some of your questions. Sorry if you have messaged me directly, I may not be able to pick up your messages at once. So if you can send your messages to Q&A, questions, sorry, to Q&A, we will be able to help you. If I'm not able to see them, then one of my colleagues will be able to pick up your question. Okay, any last questions before we close the session? Okay. Any last questions before we close the session? Again, if your questions are not answered today, you would like to find out more information, please feel free to join us at our PFP e-course counseling room or our virtual talk tomorrow, 3 to 4 p.m. Okay, our e-course counseling room will be open on Saturday as well. So some of you, if your parents would like to come and ask questions, please, and are unable to join us on Thursday or Friday, you can get them to join us on Saturday. And of course, our virtual talk will be recorded and uploaded to the TP website after open house as well. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. My colleague has helped to post the web links that you can get more information. Some of the information I've shared in my slides earlier are available on the PFP TP website, sorry, as well as the TP Open House website. Our students and lecturer managing our PFP at TP IG page has also posted information onto our Instagram channel. So please feel free to visit our Instagram channel to get more information. Alternatively, join our e-course counseling or email us at the email address that you see here now. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us today. I hope we've given you time to ask your questions and share with you important information about PFP at TP that were beneficial for you. I hope to see you apply for PFP at TP. Join us here in April 2022 when we start our new academic year for PFP at TP program. Thank you so much for joining us. See you. Bye-bye.